Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Victoria Ayodele Fash. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. If you're a returning subscriber, you already know I love you. Thank you for always coming back. Okay, all right, so we are continuing from the last vlog. Okay, so in the last vlog I mentioned I was going to be cooking 3 soups: Afang Soup, Egusi Soup, and Efo Riro. I was able to cook the Afang Soup in the last vlog. Okay, so I'll be continuing. I actually cooked the 3 soups in one day. Okay, but yeah, because of time I couldn't really upload all the videos in the last vlog. Okay, so yes, I'm making them simultaneously, like I'm cooking them at the same time. That's what I do. And you can see my husband's hand there distracting me, disturbing me again. Anyway, so yes, I've heated up the palm oil. So these are the ingredients I'll be using. Okay, these are all the ingredients my husband prepped, cooked, boiled, washed, sliced the day before. So yes, I preheated my oil and I added some onions, you know, hot oil and hot red oil. Okay, hot palm oil and onion is like the best combination ever, like ever. So I always do this before I even add anything to give the oil the nice, you know, sweet taste. So now I am adding iru. Iru is locust beans, or is it? Yeah, locust beans. Yeah, it's a traditional seasoning in Nigeria, especially in the western part. So this is the way the iru came from. Okay, so my mother-in-law sent this iru from Akure, Ondo State. So this is how they usually wrap it, in banana leaves, and then I put it in the freezer. It can last the whole year, like in the freezer, even more. But she usually send them quarterly because I use them like often, because my husband likes palm oil stew, and so do I. So I use iru a lot. So yeah, so I'll be using that also to add flavor to the oil. So now I'm adding all the fishes, the smoked fish, the roasted fish, the dried fish, and some pomo. So when I'm cooking my efo, I'm cooking the efo in the smaller pot. So when I'm cooking my efo, I like for all the protein, you know, to fry, you know, with the red oil, okay, before I add any other thing to it. But for my egusi, you see that I'm adding the pepper to it first, because I need that to fry with the onion and the iru. You know, I need that to fry to have that, you know, delicious sweet local soup taste. So today is a cook with me. It's basically a cook with me vlog. I'm just showing you guys how I usually cook for the week, sometimes for the month. Like I usually cook a lot for the month, but this is just this is the soup part. I usually cook like different things for the month, because you know, cooking every day is not my calling. So anyways, yes, I'm just going to cover that pot and allow the pepper and the oil to fry. So I'll continue to stir the protein for the efo, because I want it to fry thoroughly, and then I'll add my pepper mixture. So this is onion, tatashe, and pepper, onion, tatashe, and scotch bonnet pepper. So yeah, so I'm just gonna mix that up and allow it to soak into the fishes. Like I'm going to allow it to soak in. I'm adding some seasoning, that's Maggi cubes. I'll also be adding some salt. Yeah. And then I'll be mixing it together to make sure the seasoning goes round. So this is some meat stock. I just added just a little because I don't really want the pepper to fry too much. I don't want the stew to be watery. So yeah, and of course I'm adding crayfish. Funny enough, I didn't used to like crayfish. I hated crayfish, and I still hate it now if you don't grind it, okay? But I love the flavor it gives to the soup, and I only use crayfish for my soups. Yeah. So yes, our stew is well fried now, and I'll be adding some seasoning to it also. So that's Maggi, 2 cubes, and then I'm adding some smoked Titus fish, that's dried fish, and that's smoked shower fish, and this is momo. Yeah, and that's the meat stock. I'm gonna mix them all together. Okay, I'm mixing them all together. I'm already doing it. So I'm going to mix that all together. I know you noticed that I didn't add any salt. Yes, I'm not adding salt yet because we don't eat a lot of salt here. I'm going to be adding salt later. I'm saying we don't eat. My husband doesn't eat a lot of salt. So the oil wasn't enough to fry the egusi especially, so I heated more oil and added to it. So yes, this is not a fit farm food. This is a proper African delicacy, okay? So if you watch what's the name, Blue Therapy, and you hear Chioma talking about Efo Riro and that, yes, this is Efo Riro. So yes, I'm adding the meat that, you know, remember I didn't fry the meat, I just put it in the oven to dry up a bit. So the meat was very, very dry, or it became very dry because I forgot it in the oven. So I'm putting it quickly into the stew so that it can, you know, loosen up a bit and soak in the seasoning or the flavor from the stew. Okay, so yeah, mixture or what now for our sauce for the efo is ready now. So I'm just washing the vegetables. I already washed it initially. This is just like a rinsing. So now I'm going to just, you know, so this is spinach, this is green. I don't know what green is called, but they call it green over here. Yoruba call it tete and also ugu leaves, so that's pumpkin leaves. So those are the 3 leaves I'll be using for this particular efo. Yeah, I like to mix it up because you know, green has a lot of, or all this vegetable leaves has a lot of benefit, you know, especially iron, which is something that I am always in need of. So I like to add all of them together to be able to get that, all those nutrients out. So I'm just going to, I added some crayfish to it, and I'm just going to mix it and cover it for it to simmer for a few minutes because you don't want all the nutrients to, you know, get cooked up. All right, so now I am going to start to mix my egusi, yeah, for the soup. So you notice that there's a little fish there. I left some smoked Titus fish there. Yeah, I'm going to mix it with the egusi. Egusi is melon seed, okay, in case you don't know. So I'm going to mix them together because it has this nice taste it gives to it. I actually learned this from one elderly woman I once lived with. So yeah, I'll mix that together, and usually I'll use the meat stock, you know, to mix it, but I didn't have a lot to work with, so that's how come that wasn't possible. So I used warm water to mix it. So I'm just going to mix it until it becomes a paste. Yeah, just gonna mix and mix and mix until it's thick, you know, it won't be watery, just as thick as a paste. Remember, the efo is cooking in very, very low heat. I'm just steaming it, I'm not cooking it, okay? So yeah, so now we are cooking the egusi soup, and I'll just be adding the melon paste now, little by little, you know, in lumps. You're going to be adding it in lumps into the oil or into the sauce. And when I'm done putting everything, you know, I'm just going to add a little water to the bowl and, you know, mix it a bit. But for now, I'm just ensuring that, you know, it goes to the bottom of the pot and it's mixed with the oil so that it can fry properly, because you really want your your egusi to fry properly, unless you're going to have running stomach. So yeah. So I've added a little bit of water to it to loosen the sauce a bit so that it can give it time to, you know, to cook. So I'm just, you know, going to leave it, cover it, and allow it to fry and to cook deliciously. Okay, Now our efo is ready. As you can see, it's still green, it's still lush, it's still, you know, it's so tasty. Like, I really enjoyed this. We used this to eat rice, you know. Actually, we used it to eat rice until we used everything to eat rice. We ended up not using it to eat any solid food. So now you can see that the melon seed has become, you know, like swollen, sort of. Yeah, that means the heat has entered inside and it has, you know, it has fried, but it's not yet done. But I'm just going to mix it up a little bit, and then I'll be adding water to loosen up the sauce again so that it can fry more, because like I said, you need to make sure that it is well cooked, like properly cooked before. Okay, so I'm boiling rice at the other side. Yes, I like to cook like together, like fast. I don't like to wait and then cook this and cook that. No, I like to cook everything together. So yes, now the egusi is well fried now. So what I'm going to do now is to break those big balls. I'm going to break it into little pieces, you know, depending on how you like it. Some people like it big in the soup like that. I don't like it like that. I like to scatter it up just a little to make it, you know, look like scrambled eggs. So yes, that's what I'm gonna do now, or that's what I am doing now. So I'm just gonna break it up a little by little. Yeah, so I'm going to add more water to it. You know, remember, I'm working with hot water, okay? And then I'm adding the water little by little. That's the best way to cook egusi. You don't just add plenty water and just leave it like, yeah. It's better you just add it little by little. And once again, I'm going to cover it up. But before then I'm going to be adding more seasoning to it, because remember, we're working with the egusi has become swollen. It has, you know, how many of you hate that thing when you're trying to what do you call it now, put in Maggi and then one of the Maggi falls off. Anyway, so I'm adding 2 seasoning cubes again. That's making it 4, and then a little bit of salt. And this is white pepper. I love to use white pepper to cook. Since I discovered it, it's like game changing for me. So yes, I added white pepper, and of course I'll be adding crayfish, more crayfish here. And you just mix all of that together. Guys, I like flavor in my soup. Whatever I'm cooking, like, I love flavor. But you know, because you're cooking a local soup too, you don't want to be adding a lot like curry, thyme and stuff. No, you don't want to take away the taste of the egusi itself. So yes, I've allowed the egusi to steam, to fry further. So now I will be adding the ugu leaf. Usually I use bitter leaf, but I couldn't get some, so I'll be using ugu leaf this time around. You can also use spinach, you can use green, you can use whatever leaf you like actually. But I like to use bitter leaf and ugu together sometimes, and other times I prefer to use spinach. Okay, so I'll be mixing this up. Can you guys see how lovely and beautiful this soup is already becoming? It looks so nice, like, and it tasted delicious. I still have it in the freezer actually. We just have a little left. Yeah, that's because we don't really eat a lot in this house. It's been a while since I cooked it. But yeah, it's in the freezer, so yeah, it remains fresh. Okay, so this is our delicious soup. Our delicious soup is ready. Alright guys. Hi guys. So, this is what we ended up cooking. I am super proud of myself today. Like, so proud of myself. I didn't think I was going to be able to cook the 3 soups, but thankfully I was. So this is egusi. There's no light, so I have to improvise. This is egusi soup. This is efo. These 2 soups are efo. Efo Riro vegetable soup, and this is Afang. This is what I'm most excited about. This is Afang Soup. Yeah, it looks so delicious. So now we want to eat some rice. I made rice because I can't make any other thing, so I made rice. I'm too tired to make any other thing. I still need to make stew and jollof rice. Maybe that'll be tomorrow, but yeah, this is what we ended up with. So yeah, we're going to eat the rice and vegetable soup. Yeah. Hi guys, it has been a long day. I've been cooking since last night. Thankfully I'm done. I just had my bath, tried to feel refreshed. I'm tired. My husband just helped me to massage my legs because it was hurting. Anyways, I'm about to dish brunch because it's already 2 p.m. We're just about to eat breakfast. This starving. And that's starving. Anyways guys, just an update. Let me serve food so we can eat and relax.